Hi, my name is Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking about dyspraxia. Dyspraxia, by definition, is a disorder that is characterized by difficulty in muscle control, which causes problems with movement and coordination, language and speech, and can affect learning. Although not a learning disability, dyspraxia often exists along with dyslexia, dyscalculia, or ADHD. There are 4 types of dyspraxia. The first type is oromotor, which is a difficulty enunciating words. The second type is ideational, which is the inability to perform coordinated movements. Constructional is difficulty with spatial relationships, and ideomotor is difficulty with single-step tasks. So some causes of dyspraxia. Individuals are born with this condition, so it's not something that's developed later in life. There's currently no known cause of it, but scientists believe that it might be due to an immaturity of neuron development before birth. Individuals usually don't have neuron difficulties later in life, but it could be an issue with the development of them while they're in the womb. Some signs of dyspraxia is a delay in developmental milestones. So this is typically caught early on in life because they notice that individuals could have trouble lifting their head at the proper times, crawling at the proper times, potty training, feeding themselves, or dressing themselves. Some traits of dyspraxia are unusual posture, sensitivity to loud noises, feeding and sleeping problems, difficulty organizing physical movements, difficulty with fine motor skills, hand flapping or fidgeting, and difficulty learning and socializing. This is due to a short attention span, a lack of organization, and it can cause low self-esteem. This isn't caused specifically by dyspraxia, but because they have difficulty with these other things, it can cause them to have low self-esteem and can cause a lot of social issues. So as of right now, there is no known cure for dyspraxia, but for some individuals, the symptoms can resolve on their own as they get older, but not for everyone. So treatments for dyspraxia are tailored to individual needs. So there's a lot of different therapies that can be put into place to help with their fine motor skills and help enhance or eliminate some of the causes. So physical therapy can help with movement, and occupational therapy. Pediatric specialists are typically for the younger kids who are diagnosed, and speech and language therapy help with that oromotor type of dyspraxia. And some behavior analysis and psychologists might be needed for the social emotional aspect of it, because these kids usually have trouble getting involved and making friends because they get embarrassed and they can't do everything that other kids can do. There are a lot of different myths about dyspraxia. Some of them that I found were kids with dyspraxia have low intelligence. In the classroom, these individuals may seem like they're less capable than their peers because they don't have the same fine motor skills, or they might have difficulty with speech, but they are capable of having the same IQ as someone without this condition. Another myth is dyspraxia is the same as dysgraphia. Although they sound the same and they deal with fine motor skills, they are not the same thing. Dysgraphia causes problems with thought organization and specifically language, but dyspraxia covers a more broad range of traits and causes. And another myth that I saw in several different resources was dyspraxia is uncommon. The reason that it's seen as uncommon is because it often goes undiagnosed. It's just seen as kids being clumsy or not being able to do certain things because they're young. but about 6 to 10% of children have traits related to dyspraxia, and they just often get overlooked, especially with the kids who are able to outgrow these symptoms. In the classroom, some educators might have difficulties with different things. Um, Being able to help students with dyspraxia can be challenging sometimes. So students may struggle with handwriting, using a mouse, and using a keyboard. So this is the main way that we have students show what they know and have them communicate their progress in the classroom. So some solutions to this could be providing one-on-one instruction, doing voice to text, or just sitting down and allowing them to speak through what they know or show what they know in a different way than their classmates. Students may also have difficulty organizing their thoughts or staying organized in general. So to help with this, it would be beneficial to work with students on organization as a whole. So having a planner or helping them organize their desk and their backpack, because we know a big part of learning is being able to be organized and to have easy access to materials. Something else that might be beneficial to help with this is providing step-by-step checklists. So if a student has trouble organizing their thoughts, just having a plan for the day and having them check off, oh yeah, I did that, and just having them move through the day like that. A really big thing for this is students may have trouble socially. So as an educator, it's really important to create community within the classroom and provide opportunities for students to work together on things so they get to know one another. And so these particular students get to be more involved in the classroom and to make some friends. And if the student is comfortable with it, the educator could also teach the other students about dyspraxia and just some of the things that go along with that. So some classroom strategies. The main thing that you would want to do is to work with a therapist. So if there's a physical therapist or one-on-one behaviorist coming in, just working with them and allowing them to put their strategies into the classroom. It's also really important to build classroom community, because if the student is having trouble socially, then you're going to want to be able to have a warm and inviting place for this student to go where they can make friends and not feel embarrassed. It's also important to be able to plan lessons where alterations can easily be made for the student. So if they're having trouble writing or typing, then there's alternative ways to do the lesson so they can still get the same material, just in a different way. For students who have trouble with coordination, it might be beneficial to have an open floor plan. So don't have anything in the way that if they get off balance and they trip or fall, don't have anything in the way where they can hurt themselves. Have stuff that's soft and cushioned, just so they feel more comfortable in the classroom and it eliminates that risk of injury. Also provide individual instruction for the student. If they're falling behind or having difficulty, we know that they're capable, just the ways that the classroom is being taught might not be the best for them at the present moment. So just giving them opportunities to learn the same material as their peers in a way that would work best for them. Also provide flexible seating. One of the issues with dyspraxia can be unusual posture. So giving them seating options that could help with that, help straighten out their posture and just make the setting more comfortable. And last, my question. You are halfway through the school year and you just found out that you're getting a new student. This new student was diagnosed with ideational dyspraxia. What are 3 things you are changing in your classroom to make your student feel comfortable and accommodate their needs? And there are my references. Thank you.